Thank you. And he had open heart surgery at birth, and during the recovery process and kind of taking all this into consideration, I just came to the realization that life is just far too short to be spending it doing something that you don't love. So I jumped in with the Y, and now I feel like I've really found my lane because I get to use my talent, skills, and passions, and everything that makes me me is an asset and a strength, and I get to deploy that to make the community that I live in a better place.
I love you for that.
Thank you. So the long-winded way to get into this question is, how do I apply the 51-49 rule, or giving more than I take, into fundraising, whereby the main function of my role is to depend on other people's generosity when those people are not the benefactors of that generosity.
By asking them what you can bring to the table. Hey, old rich dude in the neighborhood who can actually afford to pay a check that will help the YMCA, even though none of his family or people he knows are there. What can I, Chris, in any shape or form, bring you in value? I'm not kidding.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's actually the answer.
So
I think fundraising is I think it's one of the most interesting moves in fundraising. Instead of doing what most people do, which is try to guilt or play towards one's bleeding heart, I think the question is, what can I do for you?
Right. Okay.
You'd be shocked. I mean, I've seen things because I'm quiet with what my fundraising, but I'm on a lot of boards. I do a lot of stuff, and it's wild what some of the answers are. Like sometimes the answer looks like my daughter's struggling with swimming, and you or your best friend happens to be a great fucking swimmer. And it's literally, I'm not kidding. It's literally check to YMCA. Your best friend is teaching his or her daughter to swim.
Right. Okay. So it basically boils down to understanding the people you are approaching to be donors.
By asking them what you can bring to them in value. You don't even need to understand. I don't even understand shit. I could walk up to Sir Winston Thompson and be like, hello, Sir Winston Thompson. What is the most interesting things to happen in your world? The reason I'm sitting here, luckily our friend Karen put us together, is I want you to write a check to the YMCA because I'm passionate. Here's my story. My son's heart condition. That already puts you in a good spot. I'm here not looking for you to write a check out of the goodness of your heart because I want to make this practical. What on earth can I help you with? I'm a social butterfly. I'm connected to a lot of people. I have a lot of my own skills. I will bleed for you in return for what you want because I want you, not even for me, I want you to give that money to the YMCA. That is a fucking killer pitch.
That is a killer pitch. Right. Okay. So
the end.
Just
Chris, the end.
Approach people, ask them what they want, and
obviously the way that you approach it, your success rate will be on your cadence, will be on your skill set in asking. Some people are going to be dopey about it. Some people are going to walk up to somebody and be like, yo, what do you want? And it's like, oh, they're like scared. Like, you have to find your cadence, your tact, your ability. But it is the punchline of the question. Period. Right. It will outperform every other way you go about it. It would work on me. I don't want to see your fucking picture of the fucking playground you're going to build with my money. I don't care about the cute picture of the kids. Of course I do. That is a given. I understand that to be true. It's not that I don't care and I'm heartless. It's that I know what the fuck you're up to. The YMCA is super branded. I get it.
Right.
What I want, like if you come at me with what do you want from me, I'm like, wow, that's powerful.
Right, because it doesn't seem like in the fundraising world that a lot of people are taking that approach.
They're not at all. I tell my nonprofit friends all the time, you're audacious. Just because somebody has money, why the fuck should they give it to you? My brother has Crohn's disease. I want to give that money to that. I have highest the foundation to help my family get out of Russia. I want to give to that. Like, why am I, people want to give to things that they care about, not what you care about.
Right. So then a way to kind of sweeten the deal is on top of the altruistic nature of it, what's in it for me, basically.
100%.
What can I do for you?
Yep. And if you end up fucking, shoveling snow,
There you go. I would shovel snow. I would do that.
Me too. Life's about value exchange, and too many people look at the people that are in a position to give, and they just think that they should give. It lacks complete empathy. It lacks any kind of kindness. It's completely audacious. It's an unbelievable, as if it's just not fair. You don't know anything about them. You don't know how they made their money. You don't know what they're doing currently. You don't know their actual situation. People just fucking think that they should, as if like, hey, why aren't you doing this, Sir Winston? Writing a $10,000 check is easy for you. You don't know.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
You don't know shit. So ask for what you can bring to the table. Period. End of story. Guilt, and expectations don't work.
No, I'm not into that. I'm not into guilt. I'm not into playing the victim in any way, shape, or form. I mean, that's one of the major kind of mindsets that I have, and again, based on the two major themes that you preach, accountability and gratitude, is that accountability plus gratitude is a choice. A choice to say, when you're presented with a difficult decision, you have a choice to either crumble, use it as an excuse, and kind of break down, or to push through, develop as a human, and actually come out on the other side.
Chris, ask people what you could do for them.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. One more thing. So I've just, in January, I launched a children's book. I wrote a children's book. 10% of it's going to sick kids. I actually sent one to your office a couple months ago. I don't know if it made its way to Misha and Xander, but
I appreciate it, brother. I'll ask Lou and Alex. I'm sure they're watching, or Dustin will let them know. I'll look for it. What's the name of it?
It's called "My Very Excellent Mother Just Served Us 9 Pizzas." That's not that. Yeah, it's a pseudonym for how we learned how to memorize the names, the order of the planets, growing up when we were in school.
I love that.
But checking in on that wasn't the reason for this question. It's actually a tactical question on. I just basically, the way I've been marketing these books is like guerrilla marketing on my personal page. I've sold like 700 units. Pushing 800 units. I'm getting consignment deals. I'm getting like corporate buyers are buying big bulk numbers.
Do you have a Facebook group?
I don't have a Facebook group. No, I started a Facebook page, but I've been slacking on getting it going. Same thing with Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram are your two platforms for this book.
Yeah. Period. Okay. And what kind of content pillars do you think independent publishing co could?
One about you, one about the book, one about, the first fans of the book, just the content.
Right. And I gotta say, Gary, that a lot of the support that I've gotten off the initial phases of this book have been completely predicated on things that I've learned from you, and about like personal branding and giving more and no expectations, and everything that's been happening with this book has basically been built on kind of the model that you've been preaching since I've started listening to you. So
that you executed. I have super admiration, brother. Lots of people listen to me. Most don't execute. Keep doing it.
Right on, dude.
I love you, pal. Talk to you soon.
I love you too, bro. Take care.
Nice kid. Like that dude's energy a lot. All right, let's keep it moving.
Oh shit, Gary B. First off, UGK for life. All right, Quincy. Also, MC, bro, man. I hope I get to play you someday. Anyway, dude, I just want to put out there, thank you for everything. I didn't even hear about your ass until about 2 months ago. This conversation has the potential to change the trajectory of music education globally, I feel. So I want to just briefly talk about me, because it's not about me. Raised in Missouri, I'm 41. World champion drummer, world champion drum instructor. I breed world champion drummers. One of my students just recently played the Emmys. Later in life, in my 30s, here comes dubstep. I'm a dubstep producer for like 10 years. Some people would say one of the pioneers in American dubstep. Played with Bass Nectar, Pretty Lights. Played in 48 states, festivals, coast to coast. I had a record label called That's Dope Records, and it's blew up in my face in 2018 because I ended up overpromising, spread myself thin.
Yep.
I ended up getting on at a corporate music school that has a movie and Broadway musical named after it, and Jack Black's the star. And they brought me on as a drum instructor, then the music director, then the general manager. And I was at a franchise, so I really wanted to start this EDM and DJ program, like hip-hop, EDM production, DJ program for the kids. So I lined it up, been working on it. I launched it at my franchise in Denver. And then there's a company school. I'm originally from Missouri, so there was a position open in Kansas City. And I started flying back and forth every week this year before COVID. And really thought that corporate was going to finally bite on it, right? But they're really stuck on AC/DC, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, that type of thing. They're not really, I keep getting pushback. All right. So here we are. It's 8 weeks into COVID.
Pushback in the form of like, this is not real music and we love grunge better. Like on some subjective shit.
In the form of like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I get it.
By
the way, that's most of what happens in the world. I just want to make sure I'm grounded in what the pushback is.
Yeah, I mean, the pushback is, I finally thought they were going to let me do it this corporate school because I got their attention because we had a successful season. Like, the program is lit. It succeeds, bro. Okay?
Love it.
So where I'm at with it, bro, is, I had the conversation with the software companies and let them know what's up. They're down. And, I feel like I keep getting this, well, let's talk about it in 18 months. We'll talk about it then.
Well, that's that's corporate.
Right, exactly. Right.
That's what you signed up for, bro.
Well,
nothing. So, you took it at bat in entrepreneurship. You misplayed it. Mm-hmm. You're young as fuck still. You're resetting in corporate. So you're eating a big fucking fat piece of shit. And now we're going to make some new decisions.
Yes, right. So that's why we launched SpankyStudio.com. We're still teaching all of these lessons online, right? Through Zoom, and it's more like a mental health checkup. And what I'm realizing is like doing the music production on Ableton through Zoom is way more efficient and productive because I can annotate right there on the screen. We get work done through Zoom. And so I guess really where I'm at, Gary, is I'm going to do this regardless. I'm here to double down on my strengths. I know what I do. It's going to happen regardless. School of Rock, they didn't holler back. And I said, you know what? If they don't holler back by the time I get on here with Gary V, what's the worst he's going to say is no. So Gary V, my question to you is, do you have any interest in helping launch the School of Hip Hop and EDM?
Probably no, but not for a bad reason. Like, I really believe in it, and I genuinely believe just on your energy that it's going to work. My biggest thing right now is my liquid situation, because I've got to save my own businesses in a global pandemic, is not where I want it to be. So I'm super head down. Plus, my stopgap, kind of my insurance policy always was, well, I always have my personal brand speaking career, and that's gone from something significant to dead fucking zero.
Right.
And then it goes into savings land. So the timing, I'm just not in that spot right now, right?
No, yeah, I feel that.
But I think that if you want to email me at Gary@VaynerMedia what you think financially it needs to get off the ground, I'm happy to populate it a little bit, because I have a ton of friends in music who might find it more passionate and more compelling. Because I can tell you right now, the energy's there. The question is, what did you learn from the over-promising, under-delivering, and your cash flow management on the record label? However, record labels are much more high risk, high reward than a school where you're getting revenue in at every time. So I'm happy to look at that. And I don't need a fucking business plan. I need fucking 6 sentences that tell me what the fuck you're up to.
All right. Yo, bro, you are my Russian Jesus. Thank you, bro.
I got you, Ken. I wish you well. Take care. Let's get one more in here, Dust. Hi, Melissa. You're on mute.
Hey, Gary.
Hi, Melissa.
I didn't think I was going to get on. I'm so excited.
I'm glad we made it happen.
I'm very grateful to be here, and I echo your team's been really awesome. Amazing customer service.
Thank you.
So my question to you, and if you want context, I can give it to you, but when do you decide to give up a project or a side hustle?
When you decide to. Like, when you genuinely, there is no, look, there have been people that have given up on a project and a side hustle literally 1 month before it was going to pop. The amount of people that, were meant to be quote unquote music famous, but gave up at it at 27 when their next song was going to be what was going to make them hit, and now they're an accountant. I believe in that. But I believe that percentage is much smaller. Much smaller. Call that the 1% to the 99% that are delusional and tone deaf to the response of the market and are still grinding at something that the world has told them they're not good at.
Yeah, so I have a protein bar called It Fits Bar. It's down here, and it launched awesome in 2017. It was great. And then I had all of these manufacturing issues. So I lost customers, I lost all my store, things got super tough and crazy. And then in 2018, I have a disease called endometriosis, kind of like Crohn's, like what you were saying with your brother. And I had to have this big surgery, and I remember like laying in bed, like in the hospital bed, like being on Instagram for the brand. And I was like, this is like, I have to change this. So I stepped back and found a different manufacturer, which has been great. And they're local. I'm in Detroit. They're local here in Detroit. Yeah. Much love back.
Yeah. And that story is going to resonate, right? Like if there's like, let there be no confusion post this pandemic, like made in America is going to have a real surge. People are going to, like, the one time people will pay more is when they want to feel safer, and that will happen. That just is going to happen for at least half the audience of America. So keep going.
Yeah, I hope so. So I take the step back. I haven't really been like pushing anything on that social channel. And in this time, like, right, I suffer from this chronic illness, and I'm like, I got to start to go in on all this. There's no awareness on this. I'm super passionate about it, right? And so I start this podcast. That is doing actually really well. I've been doing it for 2 years. So like my focus a little bit shifted, but now I'm ready to relaunch the protein bar. And I'm just like in the pandemic and like all of this. And then now my day gig, which is in marketing and e-commerce, which you know all about, is a 24/7 job. Unfortunately, mine is not going to be going forward after this coronavirus stuff. And that's what's been funding all of these kind of hobbies, is what I like to call them. So I'm kind of at this crossroads. Like, I don't want to give up on the protein bar, but I've never made a dime on it. And should I give up on it? But I think it potentially has legs.
Probably not. Even the way you're talking about it, it has too much happiness attached to it. I think the bigger question is now so the emotional part, I would say no. Like listening to you, the answer is my hot take, no. Now we need to layer the practical part.
Right.
If you're losing money on this and you can't afford to lose money, you might just need to take a pause.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and then the question becomes, can you make money? Like, can it become a money maker? Like, for example, you got a local producer of it now. I'm sure the costs are a little bit higher, but you've got the stability of it. Are you able to charge more, or will customers push back because 30 million are out of jobs and are like, fuck you with the protein bar twice as expensive as everything else?
Well, and when I first launched it, someone said, there's 1,000 protein bars at Whole Foods. Why would you do that? And that almost fueled me to.
Yeah, fuck that. Like that person, that's a ridiculous. There's nothing that is invented. Whoever that friend or relative or coworker or family member is needs to get punched in the face.
Yeah. I was like, but the competitive price, like what you were saying with price, like that's like I have to be in a certain range.
But what if you innovate? What if your protein bar that anybody that buys a 12-pack gets part of a closed Zoom group, and all of you get together once a month, and now all of a sudden your protein bar is $6 instead of $1. How much are protein bars?
I mean, under $2.99 is probably really where you want to be.
Right, got it. So what if yours was actually $5.99? When you buy a 24, how much is it in a case? 12, 24?
12.
12. What if yours was $5.99 for a 12-pack, but you get a code inside of the box when you buy it in a 12-pack only. You only sell them in 12-packs. We're innovating now. Melissa, this is what I do well.
Yeah.
What if when you get in it, you get a unique code that gets you confirmation to get into a group that gets to talk for, what if you mix both of your worlds? What if this is actually targeted towards females? And,
that's kind of what I mean, I made it because I struggle with certain foods, so it's dairy and gluten free.
So why don't you become the first person that makes it a content access bar, not just the bar? So now the bar is $72 a case. Now you're making a couple bucks, and now you're in a closed Zoom or Google Hangout twice a month for 2 hours, building community.
And maybe providing some sort of value or content based on like my knowledge for what I know.
The value is you're the Pied Piper. You're throwing the tea party virtually. Like now all these women are going to have a community. You guys are going to be friends. That's the value. You're the orchestrator. You're the conductor of this fucking incredible community that is clearly going to be epic if people are buying a $72 case of protein bars just to be, it's going to be the community part that they're actually buying. This is a fucking good idea. I want you to do this.
This is what I want. I mean, I have to still find a day gig,
obviously. You know what a silver platter is? I just fucking gave you a real business idea. It's a fucking...
No, I've been thinking, like, I have this successful... Should the bar sponsor the podcast? Like, I've been thinking about that. Like,
well, good news.
Like,
I'm better at business than you. I've thought of something better on the spot. Here you go. Here you go. You now sell it direct for $72 a case. Only. You can't buy one. I only sell it. Fuck third-party places.
Okay.
You're the only one that sells it.
Okay.
It's $72.
Yeah.
Now you don't even need to... Wait a minute. Now I'm pumped. With you being the only one that's selling it, fuck the little code. You've got all the information. You just email look, see, and you're like, your email is now going to be, the email you just bought this with is now allowed into this fucking password protected community. I'll see you Friday nights from 6 to 8, twice a month. Can't wait to see you. You're going to fucking kill this.
You think people will actually do that?
I'm convinced. Okay. I'm completely convinced people do it. Better. It's even better than that. Everybody who's watching right now, don't just do it to be nice. And if you're actually interested in it, what's your email?
Melissa at It Fits Bar. If you want to do, Melissa at It Fits Bar. Super easy.
Right? So I'm going to wait for Dustin to do his thing. Let's make sure this is the right email.
Yep.
I'm reading the comments across all the pizzas. I think there's a lot of women that would join this. Like people like friends.
There's
is this right, Melissa?
Yeah. Wait. Yep. 1 in 10 women have this disease. Like it's very prevalent in 200 million women.
Right. And so to me, if those same women are paying $3 for a protein bar they like, now they're paying $6. But for that extra $3, they're going to be part of a closed community that's going to become a sisterhood. Fucking, you know how much more expensive therapy is?
Yeah.
You know how expensive a glass of wine is when you go out with your girlfriends to dwell? This is a fucking deal. This might be too cheap. We might have to make it $99 a 12-pack.
I love you.
I love you too. I genuinely think it's a great idea. I think it's going to fucking work.
I will do this. I will tell you. I will follow up with you. I will do this.
I think it's such a big idea that most people should follow this. I think this is a model. Meaning like everybody right now that has a product should go to this model. It's access.
Yeah.
Like if I made empathy $40, but it came with an hour of me, like I'd fucking be 10 times bigger.
Yeah.
An hour with me with everybody. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
But like,
no, I agree with
Dustin,
you.
Dustin, put the email back. Jesus
you
Christ.
Should do
We're
that.
trying to sell some fucking bars out here.
Still the spelling error.
You fucks up again? You can't spell for shit, Dustin.
No.
It's okay, Dustin. You can find me. You can DM me on Instagram too. I have my handles up there, all 3 of them. Okay. I mean, I obviously have a little extra time now too.
Can you check your email real quick and see if anybody's emailed you yet?
Oh,
no, your email.
Yeah.
Can you check it real quick? In the comments, how many people are going to buy this thing for $72 to $99? I'm thinking about raising it to $99.
Seriously,
it's a club. You're paying for the club, and then you're getting the bars.
What else should the club offer? Just for other people who might do this.
You'll build on top of it. You'll just like that nice kid Chris earlier with the nonprofit. At first, you'll be like, "Hey guys, we're here, fucking Gary, right? We are, and you get comfortable. You get to know each other, and then it gets rolling. Then you're doing wine night. Then you're fucking make a T-shirt. Then you're
like fitness. Like I'm into fitness too, which is kind of where this
you'll do a workout. You'll do a workout regimen. Like it's gonna work.
I have 2 emails, but a bunch of people are following me on Instagram.
2 is better than 0, and everybody's watching right now. So as soon as this ends, everyone's gonna actually email you. But I really, really, really think that.
Well, and what if I could bring like fitness people on or do cooking class? I mean, I could just create a whole series in these exclusive.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, people are gonna pay $99 for the bar. I think the way you do it is you do it bi-monthly. So they just sign up for the subscription. Basically, they're paying $600 a year to be in the club.
Yeah.
Every bi-month, they get the $99 box for, with 12 bars.
Yeah.
They can reorder more ad hoc if they'd like, because maybe some of the people are like, oh, I like this bar better than my other bars. Like, I think it's very real.
If this comes true, you literally just like made my dreams come true.
Listen, I have something better for you. This is 100% going to come true. I'm desperately hoping it happens for you. But right now, there are hundreds of people deciding to use this business model. This is actually a business model.
Right.
Like, this is a big model. Like somebody with peanut butter, somebody with T-shirts, somebody with music. Like people are going to do this. I'm completely convinced.
Well, and maybe we should just even build it as a business model, and that's like another step.
Keep your ambitions down. Let's be practical here. This is where people get fucked. Oh, we're going to build a fucking platform.
No. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm an executor. I promise you.
I believe you. I like your energy. I can feel it. Listen to me. $99 a month. Real quick. Listen. I want to know from everybody in the community that literally apply. I'm in. If you're actually going to sign up for the $99 protein community bar, I want to see if you're in. I'm really curious.
Like if they all say I'm in right now, then I'm going to registration.
I'm telling you right now, Dustin's going to start showing you all the ones right now.
Yeah. Then I'm going to manufacturing tomorrow. Like I'm going to turn it.
Here's better this. This is such a great community. Take the money from everybody on pre-sale. I'm telling you right now. Like Susan Barnes is in.
Thank you, Susan.
Mara Lord is in.
Thank you.
Yes, Melissa, this is going to work. I'm telling you. Frosty TV is in. Vidox is in.
This is amazing.
Alejandro's in.
This is awesome.
It's going to work. And now you have a framework. Now you can promote.
Yeah, you're literally changing my life and making something I dream about come true. I didn't think about it this way.
Right, because what I'm creative and like what I'm good at is seeing things that other people don't. I think that's what I'm good at. That's why I innovate. Yeah. Wine text, by the way. Oh, you're in Michigan.
Michigan.
Yep, you're fine. You're fine.
I do buy empathy and send it to everyone for Christmas gifts.
I love you.
Just so you know. I love you too.
Can you please post wine text in your Facebook page and be like, all my wine, like, you know everyone's drinking wine. Like, you know.
Especially right now. Shit's blowing up.
Shit is blowing up. You know what else is blowing up? It Fits Bar is blowing up. The $99 bi-monthly community that happens to sell protein bars.
I appreciate you. They're vegan and gluten-free people, but they taste delicious.
But here's the best part. You're going to build a community. Yeah. Then people are going to get these bars. They're going to start passing out the bars. When so many people are going to value the $600 for the community because your energy is on point. This is why I'm giving you this idea. You're going to be good at it. I think you're going to be good at it. I think a lot of people that have been on the show wouldn't be good at being the Pied Piper of the community.
Yeah.
If I did this, I'd fucking make $40 trillion a year on it.
I know. I want to do. Thank you for this advice. I mean, 40 trillion would be amazing.
But you know what's good? Like for example. Like somebody said, it's too expensive, and I understand that from the Brianna physical because she's looking at the literal execution of bars should be not $6 or $3. I get it.
Yeah.
And by the way, to her point, she might jump on here and say, and there's other communities. That's great, but it's gonna be your community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, my community for sure. And what I mean Gary's going to come on to one of these Zooms that I have.
Melissa, relax. I like the salesmanship.
I'm a terrible salesman.
No, you're that great salesman. That was a fucking great pitch. That was super gangster shit.
So everyone's gonna be like, "I'm in." No, that's awesome. I really appreciate it. One last question. This is totally unrelated. Were you sore after the plank challenge?
You know what? Because I kind of did that downward dog. Like once she told me we could do, I didn't realize you could do like on your hands. I was always like this.
Yeah.
Not terribly. I'm super sore today because I did fucking Bulgarian split squats yesterday, which are the fucking worst.
Yeah, they are. I agree. I fully agree.
Fucking hate that shit. I did abs this morning, which is super fun. I'm starting to actually like I never in this 5.5 years that I finally got my health together. I never abs are a byproduct of everything else I'm doing, but I've never gone ham on abs. And when I'm chunky, and I'm a little chunky right now because of COVID, like a lot of men, like mine goes a little bit to the tummy, but like I'm really excited about building up ab muscles has been really interesting, especially because of my back issues.
Yeah.
And we're really on that kick right now with Mike, which has been fun.
Awesome. Gary, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
One last time. Let's put up your email one last time. Let's put up Melissa's email. Listen, everybody. I really want you to try to do this. I'll give you guys, for several of you, you should do this for a reason. You also have product ideas, and I think doing a year with Melissa and watching how she does it, stumbling through it, will help you launch your peanut butter, your flowers, your t-shirts, your coffee version of this. I think this is a huge business model. I think I will recall this video in 7 years when this is a common business model, and I'll be like, told you.
And I'll be like, Gary changed my life. So thank you, Gary.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dustin.
Yes, sir.
Super high-end Pinot Noir today. You know, I know yesterday's Cabernet sold out in like 12 minutes. So a lot of people looking for a Father's Day gift didn't work out. But today's is like a $48 wine. I think it's going to go for $22. Pinot, which is like the hot grape varietal. I think it's pretty good stuff. Dustin, why are people that are watching right now why have they not signed up for WineText when they actually buy wine? Obviously, real quick, yesterday I did the whole joke about like we'll block you. If you've signed up for WineText and you don't buy wine, please in today's offer hit stop or unsubscribe or whatever the functionality is, because it costs money to send text. So you're being very sweet, but I don't want you on the list if you're not a wine buyer. But
if you're buying for your friends.
Yeah, I mean, if you're buying for corporate reasons or if you're a real estate agent, like what I love about WineText is it's a great B2B thing, because yesterday we sold a $100 wine for $39. When you give that wine to your boss or a client and they Google it and it's $109, you get that clout, but your cost is low. What's great about WineText is these prices are insanely on like that. You know, I don't know if I've been telling you off screen, like they're crazy deals. I'm really excited about it. Please sign up for WineText if you haven't. I'm just going to read the comments. Somebody signed up yesterday. I know a lot of people, or I know Texas, and I know there's a lot of places you can't ship to. Yes, you could send a gift to the U.S. I would sign up for 3 phones if I wasn't in. I'm not on this. I could not tell you were joking yesterday. It's funny. I am it sometimes. Gabriel Costa, thank you.
Some people DM me telling me that please don't ban me.
I would never do that. But I am excited about WineText. And if nothing else, because we can't ship to certain states because of their own shipping laws, Gabby Ramos, winetext.com is a service I created for my dad's wine shop. It's a deal of the day, crazy deal of the day each day that comes in text form. When you sign up, you put your credit card in. So all you have to do when you get the text is reply with a number of bottles you want, and then we send it to you. It's been huge. Massachusetts, you're in. You can do it. Please go to WineText if you haven't. And if you're South Carolina, you're good. Please go to the site. Don't ask it. Ohio, you're good. I know you're asking here, but please go to the site. You'll see the states that we can or can't ship to. But it would really mean the world to me if you're a wine drinker. What's little Lou doing?
Said
What? He's like sad that he lost his job now. Sign up. But more importantly, a lot of you could really do this for me. It would really matter to me if you could post it on either Twitter or your Facebook. I mean, a Facebook post is a monster. You know, like somebody just posting like best wine deals, and then like we're getting like 1 or 2 signups from each one of those, even when people have just 20 or 30 or 40 friends, because it's a cosign to your community. So it would really, really, really matter to me if you could do that. So I think Kansas is good, John. Please sign up. But again, don't sign up if you're not a wine buyer because it costs money. But the deals are sick. Today's like $48 Pinot for like $22. Like we've got a white wine. I just put the final touches on. It'll be a month from now, but it's $38 Chardonnay. I'm gonna sell it for $9, Dustin.
It's a good deal.
Sign up for my new Twitter account. Here are the details.